Hey everyone, and this is Morgan Ingram with SDR Chronicle number 31, and I'm super excited to talk about this topic. What we're going to talk about today is how does someone prepare for a career as an SDR? And I've talked about this before in my blogs and in my videos, saying that when I was in college at University of Georgia, there was no degree in sales development. There was no classes in sales development. So I really had to kind of teach myself a couple of things before I actually got into the role, so I could at least have some, insight of what I was doing before I hopped into it and did it and executed. So I'm going to talk about 3 things you should do to prepare yourself for an SDR role, or if you're new to the role, how you can prepare yourself and be a top performer and be a superstar. So the number one point is to read. And this is super important because you have to be able to absorb material that you're going to use on a daily basis. So before I started here at Terminus as an SDR, I was reading material from Sales Hacker, from Funnelholic, from different B2B blogs. I was listening to podcasts, and I was trying to gain as much information as I could from an SDR perspective and from a sales perspective in tech sales so that I could understand what I was doing when I got there. So that's point number one. Point number two is you have to be able to actually talk to people in the industry. So I would go on LinkedIn and message people that were SDRs or an SDR manager and kind of understand where they were coming from, what they were doing, what their process was like, what's a day-to-day going to look like for me when I get started in the role. Because if I can get that perspective from them, then I can definitely understand what I need to do on my end so that I can be the best I can be at the end of the day. That's number two. Number 3 thing that I did was that I looked at videos. So I looked at people's videos that they had on SDRs. Sales Loft had a couple of videos that I watched. Yes, Where had a couple of videos that I watched, and just kind of heard them kind of do speeches on sales development, what it is, what practices to take, and different templates and different call, intros you can do. So I just try to gain as much information as possible so that when I went into the interview process and I went into my job and when I started for the first 3 months, I really wanted to show that I was putting in the work and I was trying to execute, to prepare myself for long-term success in this role and long-term success in my career. So those are 3 things that you can do to prepare yourself as an SDR before you get into the role and as you are new to the role. And so I hope that information was helpful. Keep dialing, and I'll see you guys soon.